Hello, guys. Welcome to the Third Man. We appreciate you taking time to watch this program. Today, I'm joined by Masakadza, Shingi, Carlo, Winston, all those names. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, Mr. Shawi. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm really happy. I'm talking to you, a legend of our game, and it means a lot when I have an opportunity to talk to you guys. So thank you. Before I say anything,
Well, it's nice to know someone. There's someone out there who looks at you as a legend.
yeah, of course, you're a legend because you have played this game for 17 years, and recently you say it was time to leave the game. How did you get to that point? Like it's time to go.
Well, you get to the stage. Really, you get to the stage where waking up in the morning after a day's game, you're waking up feeling like you've been hit by a train.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the major factors, really. Um, I mean, as an individual, I felt like I gave it all what I could, and it's also time to step away to open up spaces for others to come through. And I mean, like you say, I'm not getting any younger, and
Mm.
you also have to look at what comes next in your life because I'm not going to play the game forever. And I felt this was the right time for me to do it.
And you left the game in style because the Mountaineers, they always win. They won again. That was cool, is it for you, just to leave with something to celebrate?
Yeah. Very good for the lads to give me a good send away gift. I did ask for the guys to get behind us as a team, and then just give me a good send off, and I was glad and happy that they did give me a good send off.
You are lucky obviously because you played all formats for Zimbabwe. And I remember you were privileged enough to make your debut with a win. What do you remember about that first game you played for Zimbabwe?
Obviously, a fantastic feeling. Firstly, to be on debut, and then secondly, to be right at the center of the action of the win. I did bowl the last over, and I mean West Indies, they wanted 15 runs in the last over. Not a
Mm.
good start to the over, a 6 and a 4 and a
Mm.
single, which left them needing 4 runs from the remaining 3 balls, and then having to go from a very low in the game to then finish on a very high, and that being a debut as well. I mean, it felt very good.
And for a debutant to be trusted to bowl the last over, it must have showed something about you, or it was just the situation required someone to bowl the last over.
Well, I wouldn't know what was in the skipper's mind,
Mm.
but obviously for you to be there, you would have had to have done something that someone would have picked up and said maybe this is our guy. And I was lucky enough to have had been in similar situations before, because I'd played for I think at least 2 or 3 seasons in first class cricket and Pro 50 and the like, and so it wasn't something that was um, new to me. But again, it's a different story when it's international cricket.
Mm.
It's the biggest stage, really,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was kind of different in that way that it's a different stage, but situation wasn't new to me. So I'm just happy that I managed to pull through and to give the guys a win.
And that's the same story in your T20 debut. Same West Indies, the T20 champions. Zimbabwe will beat West Indies first game. That's like a dream, was it for you?
Yes, it was. It was indeed. Yeah, it was a good tour in the West Indies. I mean, we beat them in that only T20 game, and
Yeah.
again, I got given the ball in the last over. So I mean, it's really nice to know that people are giving you that that trust. People believe in you. It's really pristine, really, to be fair. It's satisfying, so to say.
Yeah. Obviously, we can't say the same about Test cricket because your debut was against New Zealand and is one of Zimbabwe's heaviest loss, which we won't talk about. But your first home Test match, we beat Bangladesh. So you have been part of some great memories for Zimbabwe, if I may say so.
Yeah. Well, I've been part of a few wins for Zimbabwe, which is always great to win. I mean, for as a country, which is always great for me and for everyone rallying behind me. Probably the thing to talk about in my debut Test match, I made that debut with my best friend in the game, who is Foster Mtizwa. So that's still quite memorable. And like I've always said to people, it's always been like good for me and lovely for me to have had Hamilton with me all the time I've played games for Zimbabwe. He was there as well, present on the day, and he gave me my cap. And I mean, nothing beats that, playing for your national team with your brother. Nothing beats that, really.
All right. Speaking of Hamilton, can I say he's the reason why you played cricket? Because I understand you're a top footballer, and then you started playing cricket. How did that switch happen? What influenced that?
Like you say, just probably felt I wanted to be around my brother. That's probably what really influenced that, to be fair. And I mean, at that time, I felt I wasn't really going anywhere with my football as well. So I mean, it was just one of those. Just happened. The switch happened just like that, and before you know it, went into the game, made an immediate impact, which is one of the things really that really cemented that decision. I would have probably gone a different way if I hadn't made an immediate impact. But straight away, when I left football, came back into cricket, I made an immediate impact and just carried on from there.
I understand you played football to a higher level. Tell me more about the football career. Which team, what position? Because I know I've seen you play a top player.
So right after I left school for my A levels, the first ever trial I went for was at Mashingo United. We went down to Mashingo with a couple of my friends. We went for trials there. I didn't make it in the first team. Rather, they said I could stay in Mashingo and play for Gutu Leopards, which was in Division 1. And then I mean, I just said to myself, I don't want to stay away from home and play in a lower league. And so when I went back home, that's when my father realized I had an interest in football. And then he spoke to a few people, and they sorted out a trial for me at Dynamos.
Which
And
year was this one?
yes, Dynamos Football Club, and I impressed them there. And then they said they wanted to sign me.
Do you remember which year was this?
Um, it's probably 2005, maybe
Okay. All right,
2004, 2005, thereabouts.
then.
Yeah. So I signed for Dynamos for a year, and then I spent 6 months there, and then I went to, because Dynamos was a big, and I felt I wasn't getting enough game time as well, because
So
I was
did you
only
play
young.
some Premier League games for Dynamos?
I made the squad for some Premier League games, but I only played in the cup games.
Okay.
I think I played in about 4 or 5 cup games at Dynamos, but I did make the squad for the league plenty of times, because they saw me as one for the future. So when I joined Dynamos, I was playing in the center of defense or right back. So after 6 months, I decided to go somewhere where I could get more game time as a youngster. Since I felt that's what I needed to develop my game, more games, and so I joined Harare United for 6 months, and after that 6 months, there was a guy there who was coaching Harare United then called Mike Madziwanyika. He also got impressed with me when he changed teams to what was known then as Chitungwiza United, which became Eagles FC. He then called me to Chitungwiza United, and I also joined Chitungwiza United, and then became Eagles FC. I spent 2 years there, and at some stage, it was a very young side, and at some stage, I was captain for the Eagles side. Yeah.
Were they playing Division 1?
We were playing Division 1 then, yeah, Eastern Region.
Eastern
And
Region.
I mean, we were a good team. In the first season that I joined them, we finished third behind. I think that is the year that Kiglon got promoted. So we finished third behind Kiglon, and I think Highway. And then the next season, which I didn't finish, they finished second. I did play for, I think, up until we were left with about 2-3 months, which is when I then made the switch to cricket.
Do you regret this move, football to cricket?
No, not at all. When I look at where I am now in life as an individual, I don't regret it at all.
How was
I
it
mean,
like
I've been part of history to have been in a family where you've had 3 brothers represent the national side. So when you look at some of the achievements I've made in cricket, I don't regret it at all.
That is what I wanted to say. Like, how was it like also to have ways of playing as well? And it's obviously the 3 of you would play in one team at Mountaineers. How was that like? I cannot understand it because it's amazing, I believe.
Yeah, it is very amazing. Very amazing. I feel, I mean, it's one of the proudest moments of for us as a family, you know, having had all 3 play international cricket, all formats, and having played together in the same team for a while. I mean, it's really pristine, to be fair. I've quite enjoyed the experience.
I remember I was playing for Eagles and we were playing against Mountaineers in Butare. And I got Hamilton Masakadza out, and then I did like a Didier Drogba celebration. I didn't say anything. And then people thought I gave him a send-off. Right? So I was shooting a third man, and then you come and measure and started telling me all sorts of things like, how do you disrespect him? I'm like,
Oh
what?
yeah, well, brothers gotta look out for another brother.
Yeah, for me, it was funny. I was like, you're just playing a game. But for me, it showed me like the brotherhood between amongst you was amazing. I would never forget that moment. Like, obviously, Hamilton is a big wicket. So for me, I'm a youngster. I'm super excited. Whether I give him a say no for or not, well, understand me. I was super
I
excited.
mean, well, for me, I quite admire youngsters who are like that. It's nice, you know. I like to see things like that. You probably went on the wrong side because I was still trying to win a game, so
And
just
then
trying
there's
to
one
unsettle
thing.
you, maybe.
I think one thing that has been impressive about you. I played for a rival club, Rainbow Cricket Club. We were Takashinga. We did not like each other, but obviously in cricketing terms. But you're one of the guys who would play club cricket consistently. Why did you do that? Even after, I remember, even after a first class game, you would play for Takashinga on a Sunday. Why did you do that?
I feel for me that is the core of cricket. That's where you get all your cricketers from, and that is a way of me giving back to the club and to cricket as a whole. If I'm there, advising people, showing people how things are meant to be done, that's me giving back to cricket, because cricket has given me a lot, and I also feel my responsibility to also do the same. So if I'm there for that club game, whether be it for opposition when they get to bowl or bet against me, they also develop in some way. And me, for my team, Takashinga, giving people advice, all that sort of thing. It's me just wanting to give back to the game because I feel I owe the game so much because it's just given me so much as well.
I can safely say you love cricket because you're also a qualified umpire. Can you tell me about that chapter of your cricket?
I mean, as a player, you also have to think about when you leave the game. So it's just keeping your options open. You never know where you're going to fall into. So I mean, now that I've left the game, I have all these options with me. I can become an umpire, I can become a coach, because I also have my coaching badges as well. So I mean, it's all about keeping your options open, because there is a time that comes when you leave the game, and it's now there upon me, and I have all those options with me.
So how high are you qualified as an umpire? Can you do the national games or what exactly?
No, I don't think I can do international games at the moment, but I think I can do first class games.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, the obvious question is, what's next? Like you said, options open. Do you sort of know which direction you take now?
I haven't really made that decision right now. As it is, I'm just trying to focus on just spending a bit more time with my family. So I'm still to really think about the next chapter, but like I've said, I've got my options, and I will try and keep my options open.
Right. To conclude, you've played for a long time. I think you know the system more from club cricket, franchise, international. Are there any exciting players that you've been, because you're also involved in coaching and management? Can you name a few players that you feel like they've got the potential to do great things for Zimbabwe and win games? Because we've got the World Cup coming soon as well.
There's definitely a few names that come to mind. Probably I will start maybe from a mountaineers side of things.
Mm.
There is Anesu Camrio. We call him
Okay.
Coach Motors.
Mm.
I mean, I've seen this kid grow from strength to strength, and he played a few games this year, and he's really impressed me.
Mm.
The way he's carried himself, the way he's just felt like he belongs there, and I think there's lots of good things to expect from him
Mm.
in the future. I also like a few guys. Now I'm really glad that Vincent made his test debut.
Yeah.
He's really worked hard. He's someone who I've seen also grow, and I've seen the hard work he's put in away from all this, the hard work he's put in behind the scenes.
Mm.
How he's then become the third player to get a FIFA on debut. All that hard
Yeah.
work, I've seen him come through, and I mean he's another guy. We can't, well, Brian Bennett, we can, his performances speak for themselves.
Yeah.
He joined us a couple of years ago, straight from under 19, and how he's gone from strength to strength. And I mean, there's a lot of guys who are coming up who I feel can really take the team forward. Likes of Wes, I like Wes, the
Mm.
composure that he showed in that Bangladesh Test match, and that
Yeah.
is shown over the couple of years. I think he's also one guy who's really matured. Another personal favorite of mine is Marumani.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't happen for him yet in international cricket, but I do believe he's got what it takes to, to do well for Zimbabwe in the near future.
Yeah.
Um, of course, I'm also, I don't know, you may call it bias or what, but Weja,
Yeah.
the way he's so calm, when he goes about his stuff, I admire that a lot. And I also hope someone like a Chatara gets his chance again, because what I've seen this season, the way he's bowled, it's been phenomenal,
Mm.
and he still has it in him, and I hope he gets his chance again. And Victor showed us in that first test match in Bangladesh
Yeah.
how good he is. Ngarava, Blessing, I've seen those two boys grow up as well, and I mean, it's their performances speak for themselves.
Yeah.
The way
True.
they've carried themselves. So I do feel the country is in good hands. And as you can see, we've picked up a couple of wins, a few wins over the past few months, or so to say, a few big wins for us. And I mean, I do believe that the future is bright for Zimbabwe.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. I think it's nice to talk to people like you who come from a big cricketing family in Zimbabwe. I hope one day I'll have you that I've always been trying. It's not an easy event, but I'll keep trying.
Yeah, without that, maybe you can have all three of us at the same time.
Yes, yes, you help me get them because Wejda also is a busy man. But the thing is, it's massive. I respect the Masakadza family. You have made. You probably don't realize how much the impact of what you guys have done to other guys in our communities. You might not realize it, but then look, me speaking from an outside perspective, it's nice. I've got a brother also who sort of played cricket, and I understand what it means when you see such things happening. So this one is an important interview for me because I get to talk to you, our
I
legends.
mean, I really appreciate all of that, and I will try and convince them
Yes, I
to,
need
to,
them.
to do that with all three of us. I will try and convince them. I mean, I really appreciate the time you've taken to give me an interview and everything. And also, you're someone I know personally as well.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, just thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
really.
Nice one.
Cheers. Bye.